Hey, family. Hey, family. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Boom, boom, boom. Steve Copeland. Every time I sing this song, I feel real goofy. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. And then I gotta go boom, 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 boom. Then I gotta go boom, 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 boom. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. And I can't forget. I will never forget BMore's Real Team Talk Show. BMore's Real Team Talk Show. The goal is to help our people grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. As an ordained deacon, I was called to the ministry. As a man with 33 years clean, I was called to the ministry. I was called to go back out into the community to help rebuild back up the lost generation of people. I didn't ask for this. I didn't wake up one day and say, well, I'm going to go back out in the streets and help turn things around because I came from the street. It was God. Okay? And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm truly honored that he chose me to go back and help his people. What's up, Manuel? I am. I'm truly, truly, truly honored that he called me to go back out in the streets. A lot of y'all know when I come on here, when I share my personal story, I got my Bible right here. I got the spiritual program in my spirit. I walk it to the best of my human abilities and live it. Right? I ain't trying to be perfect. Some days I walk on water like Peter. And the moment I take my eyes off of God, like Peter did, boom, I sink. I like saying that. I like saying that, right? I love saying that. But look, today is, I'm going to talk about the fifth step. And I'm going to share this with y'all, how I talk about the fifth step all the time. The fifth step is nothing but a confession. Okay? The fifth step is nothing but a confession. So when I tell y'all, when I'm sharing with y'all, right, and I share real deep personal stuff, I'm basically confessing my sins. That's what the fifth step is. Okay? How we admit to God, how we admit to God, to ourselves, and another human being. And that's y'all. Look at what I'm doing. I'm on live. I'm streaming as I'm talking to y'all around the world. I'm streaming around the world, right? And I'm confessing my sins. So when y'all hear me say stuff like, I started out right, at 11. Smoking grass. I'm confessing. At 13, the Thunderbird. I'm confessing. At 14, Cocoa Leaf. And I remember one day asking my cousin, can you shoot this? Pew pew, I'm sorry, pew pew for TikTok's sake. Pew pew. I said, can you shoot this? Said it again. Pew pew. For TikTok's sake. Pew pew. She said, yeah. I said, well, hit me. Mind y'all, I'm 15 years old. I'm confessing my wrongdoing. Each time I come on this live, each time I'm streaming to LinkedIn, right? As I'm talking to y'all, I'm streaming right to LinkedIn. I'm streaming to Kick. I'm streaming to Twitter, Twitch, 3 of my Facebook pages. Each time I come on here, family, and I talk about the life that I used to live, it's God that gives me the courage and the confidence to be able to come on here and talk about the stuff that I used to do. When y'all hear me say this right here, and the way I'm looking at it at the 8, round about 5. Now, a lot of y'all that's older know we used to play house. You get me? We played house. Now, some of us took it a step further as playing house when you played husband and wife. Catch what I'm saying for TikTok's sake, okay? It was smacks involved for TikTok's sake. We was young, so it wasn't like we penetrated, but we grind. Catch it for TikTok's sake. We grind. But now, I found out later in life, once I got old enough to smacks, it became an addiction. Just like the drugs and the alcohol, just like the smugs and the alcohol. I'm confessing. I'm sharing my 5th step. This is what a 5th step is. Talking about your wrongs. Talking about the role you played. Elijah, that's why I had to learn to thy own self be true. Y'all can talk that crazy spiritual bull crap all you want. Knowledgeable. Bible come to life to me. That's why I share my 12-step spiritual journey. Because I had to get to know God for myself. By me taking the time out, family, learning to be honest with Steve Copeland. I like sounding like that sometimes. Learning to be honest with Steve Copeland. Learning to have faith back in Steve Copeland. Learning to trust back in Steve Copeland. Look what I said. Everything I'm saying in Steve Copeland. Courage in Steve Copeland. Confidence in Steve Copeland. Pride, ego, and all of that good stuff. Goody, goody. Excuse me. Turn it around so it'll be good stuff. Qualities. Where I used to lie. Where I used to steal. Where I used to manipulate. Watch this face. Watch the face. Okay? I like making kind of funny faces too. Okay, bear with me. Bear with me. I'll straighten out one day. But not right now. But anyway, as I was saying, I was a liar. I was a manipulator. I was a no good son of a hooker for Tic-Tac 8. 304. Do you realize by me saying what I'm saying, right? He's confessing his sins. He admitting, Steve Copeland, to the insanity that he used to practice. A day at a time. I try not to practice those things that I found a lot of pleasure in. I found a lot of comfort in. It was certain things I knew that if I did would take my life. You get me? And I did it anyway. To thy own self be true. To thy own self be true. To thy own self be true. I'm going to say it again. Anytime I come on my live, family, and I start sharing my personal story, basically, I'm talking from the past, right? It's like I'm confessing my wrongs. And the goal is to make those wrongs right. See the flip side? I try not to put myself in situations where I have to lie. I try not to put myself in situations where I had to rob and steal and take from people, being a homeless advocate. You get it? I'm talking about walking in the light. I was in the dark, but I'm in the light. You could not tell me, family, putting poison back in the community was wrong. You could not tell me it was wrong. It felt so right, mainly when you capitalize off it. A lot of the people, I hurt a lot of people during that time. And even since I've been clean, but you know, when we do things now to show y'all the difference in it, when we go and we do things now to assault or to hurt anyone, immediately, hey, look, I apologize. You correct it. But you gotta recognize the mistake, the wrong, and then correct it. That, look at my hand, that lying, manipulating, no good person that you're looking at is the same loving, caring, kind, considerate, thoughtful man. The same passionate, warm, sensitive crybaby of a man is right here. You get it? It's me. But I choose not to. A day at a time, Elijah. I choose not to act out on a lot of that side of me. It's like, no, not today. So when y'all see me do this, look at my arm. When y'all see me do this, no, you can't do this. You can't. Oh my God, my dad was stuffed and fell. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'ma hurt you. I'm glad I brought me a little stand to put this thing on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm over here moving around. My mic and everything over top of me fell. But look, because I know y'all can still hear me. That's just helped me a little bit more. Look, when y'all see me do this, I have to tell my flesh no. Catch it, family. I have to tell my flesh no, Steve. All right, Sam, I see you. No, Steve, you can't do this. You can't do that. You know, I have to tell my flesh no. Denying the flesh. Come on now, stop playing with me. Wait a minute, Sam. I'm trying. Oh, my face. There we go.
Hey
What's up,
everyone.
bro?
Hey everyone. Hey everyone.
Ah,
Good evening. Listen, I wanted to come on tonight to let everyone know that forgive me, I have to be absent tonight as you deal with my brother for tonight, but I will see you Monday night. I have to lay in bed with my legs elevated because they swelled up on me real bad.
wow.
So I will be on Monday night with my brother. But for tonight, God got you covered.
I
Love
know.
you all, and there's nothing you can do about it. Take care till Monday.
Yeah, love you too. Look, did you see my comment? Because when I seen it, when I read yours again, I realized you were saying, can you do your testimony today?
Yeah,
That's what it said?
I was gonna do it today and carry it into Monday
Right.
if that was okay.
I,
But
I
what
need
I'll
you.
do
I
is
need
if
you.
I can have everybody just hold off till Monday because I need you to know who I am, why I'm here, and what my mission is so that it won't be like we're strangers
Right.
because I want to be just as close to you as my brother Deacon Copeland is. So I'll see you all Monday night. Once again, I love you. Don't forget, God loves you. This weekend, make the right decisions. And Sunday morning, get in church.
Come
Love you
on.
all, man. Be good here.
All right, take care of yourself, bro, and I'm gonna be praying for you. But Monday, yes, Monday, because that's mental health. So that,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
okay. All right, love you, bro, and rest up. All right, that's my brother Sam, right? He's a powerful spiritual dude too. And look, excuse me, family. His pastor came from under my pastor, right? And oh my God, Dante Hickman is doing some great work in Baltimore City. Dante Hickman is doing some great work in Baltimore City. So the next time now we talk about churches, all churches, or I'm trying to look at it, not the church itself, because it's not the church itself, it's the individuals in the church. See, Sam, they kind of threw me in another area now. But now, keep in mind, what I'm trying to say is there are some churches out there that's actually building up in the community. The reason why I can share these things with y'all, right? Because of me being an ordained deacon, I had to get involved in my church. So I see where the money going, what's happening, stuff like that to build back up, right? The church actually belongs to the community, not the pastor themselves. Okay? Even though they started it, the church actually belongs to the community. It's the community that comes in the church and they start building back up. But it's supposed to go out of the church because it's a community thing. Whatever issues the communities are dealing with, right? That church is supposed to help resolve whatever issues that's going on in that community. I was called, see my mouth, to speak out against organized religion. Organized religion and politics. In today's society, who is mostly the rulers? The government, your politicians, your organized religion, or your religion, because they dictating how you as an individual need to live your life accordingly. Now, you have some sectors, religious wise, that actually focus on the community, the individuals. That's what I'm trying to get to. Okay? And if your church is not doing that, then they're not living accordingly. That's why when I come in, I'm not going to sit up here and I see some crazy stuff now. Y'all know it. I see crazy stuff myself. But what I'm trying to say is I don't have to be a part of that. And you don't have to be a part of that. That's why I stick to my morals, my values, my principles, what God called me to do. My morals, my values, my principles. Godly. Once again, when I open up my mouth, I can stay stuck and continue admitting faults. But that's not how I am today. Thank you, Sam. So I'm going to slide this up some for the people that's on TikTok to look at the 5-step process. When I did my 4th step, Sam kind of threw me into the church thing, right? When I did my 4th step, I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I had to learn to be honest with self. I had to learn how to have faith back in myself. I had to learn how to trust again. But I'm talking about in me. Because when I say those things, I can guarantee you any amount of money, people over there looking at trusting and believing in people outside. It starts with you. That's all I'm trying to get to. It starts with you first, believing and trusting in yourself. Being honest and true to yourself. Those are your morals, your values, your principles that you're going to stand on. It's not everybody else. It's you. This is how I had to raise my nieces and nephews and my son and my daughters. They had to learn to believe in themselves. That's why I do the Teen Talk show, to help our youth understand this is an inside out job. And a lot of us have programs, right? My program, from the way I come, I use personal experience and overcoming to help people overcome and move forward. So the goal is to reach you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. What I had to understand from the way they taught me, family, if I don't change my old ways of thinking, if I don't change my behaviors, I'm talking about the unhealthy stuff. I had to switch up people. I had to learn not to keep going to the clubs and all the places that, defile the spirit. I had to change completely from the information that I grew up on that became toxic. So now, when I look at those things, when I look at that life I practice, and I notice, thank God, because I can only say that warm side of me, that sensitive side of me, that compassionate side of me. My sponsors, my first sponsor passed when I had 5 years clean. Simon Wainwright been in my life ever since I walked in the rooms. So I asked him to be my sponsor. Now that I'm a little bit older, what I mean is more mature in my walk, my spiritual journey. We don't communicate as much as we do, because I know he's a very, 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 very busy man. But let me say this. I know if I need him, he's there. Just like my pastor. If I need to talk with my pastor, he's there. If I need to talk to any other minister, any other deacon, any other evangelist in the Church of the Redeemed, they are there. I've been there a day at a time for 25 years. So you think they don't know who Steve Copeland is? You think they don't know who Deacon Steve is? I was called to the streets. That's the ministry that God called me to. So keep in mind what I'm confessing is a wrongdoing at one point. Now, you know what popped in my head when I said a wrongdoing at one point? My Old Testament. My old testimony. I don't live nothing like I used to. Once I became a new creature in Christ, my life became new. A lot of the things, family, that Steve Copeland used to do, that I confess some of the stuff with y'all about, he don't do no more. I'm no different than none of y'all. I'm no better than none of y'all. Be honest, I don't like that old side of me. But I know he's there. And sometimes doing corrupt bull junk. Look at my face. Almost feel good. The only reason why I try not to act out on my flesh this side, my flesh too much, my conscience. It's my conscience. It's the spirit. When you gain some peace, some joy, in your life, you do not. Wait a minute, maybe I need to go back to me. But you do not, once you gain peace and joy and happiness, those things that you used to do, right? Your conscience won't feel right. Like, I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have done it. And then it's like beating you up, right? So now you got to do the work to find peace back within you. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That's why today, and watch this, at 64 years old, I mean, family, look, I'm so freaking proud of me. I'm so freaking proud. When I look at myself, I'm like, wow. Maybe that wasn't the right face. Huh? But when I look at myself, I'm like, a lot of the stuff I used to do, I just don't do no more. I don't have that desire. That real strong, let me say that one. Desire to do a lot of wrong stuff that I grew from. And guess what? You know the statement where boys become men? Boys become men. So a lot of the childish stuff I used to do, I learned from. I try not to practice again. And the good part about it, family, that you listening to me confess, it's there. And because it's there, it's like, no, not today. Not today. We're not going to do this, Steve. We're not going to do that, Steve. We're not. See how I talk with me? See how I had to confess to myself and tell myself no. But guess what? That's the power of God. That's the power of the Holy Spirit. Where I can say no, just not to continue on the wrong path, just for the day. I can't worry about tomorrow. I want to try to break it down and keep it simple. Just for today. I got some peace in my life, family. When I look at my son, I'm proud of my son. When I look at my daughters, I'm proud of my daughters. When I look at my nieces and nephews that I raised, right, and I look at how they live in their lives, I'm so freaking proud of them. I raised them. I had to raise them totally different from the things that I was confessing about. Teach them better. You get it? I had to watch out, protect them, so would nobody grape them, fondle them. I did have one niece that came to me once I got her and told me what happened. And I asked, I said, do you want to go and get some help? She said, no, I'm okay. So anytime she want to talk to Unc, I'm him. Any one of them, I'm him. Now I'm going to tell you something. Most of the people I work with are addicts. So I work with you like that. But if I feel as though in the process of us talking that you actually need some psychiatric treatment, I will encourage you to take that next step. Because my whole goal with everything that I do, family, in the name of Jesus, I don't care how y'all put it when I talk, is to help you free your mind from that enslavement, mental, emotional, and spiritual. I can sit here and tell y'all right now, listen to what I'm getting ready to say. As far as with the Copeland family, Barbara Jean family, the curse has been broken. I'm the only one of my mother's sons that got clean first, came into the rooms over 33 years ago. I have not made the decision to pick back up. The same morals and values and principles that I practice, if you don't pick it up, it can't get in you. If you don't pick it up, it can't get in you. And when I say if you don't pick it up, it can't get in you, I'm not just talking about the smugs. I'm not just talking about the alcohol. I'm not just talking about the food, the smacks, the gambling. It's a lot more to the word addiction. It's mentally and physically. Well, it's mental and physical. The reason why? Because you think about it before you go do it. It starts in the brain. And I will start justifying why I need to go and do stuff wrong. I ain't got to tell you nothing because I'm dealing with me. If I want to go and start committing a lot of that bull crap I used to do, I'm going to think about it first before I even go and do it. So it's planned out. You get it? It's planned out. And you got to think about it first. Then once you think about it, if you don't shoot it out, look at what I said. Some of the stuff that I've done and how I used to live. When it come across my mind and I sit back and I entertain it because I'm dwelling in it. I'm thinking, I'm like, yeah, this might be right. That might be. I'm starting to justify. And next thing you know, if you don't pick it up, look, see the cup? If you don't pick it up, this Diet Pepsi won't get in me. Because if I'm sorry, y'all not like to act goofy from time to time, right? I'm getting ready to put me some more in that glass. Right? But look, the reason why I'm saying that, family, because when they was doing when the season guys, right, was doing the meetings and stuff, they had to show you stuff like this. If you don't pick it up, I picked it up. If you don't pick it up, it can't get in you. And I watched them. And I started understanding. Oh, I'll reply to you in a little bit, Queen. And I started understanding, right? Not just with the smugs and stuff, right? Y'all bet not. Smacks was a big thing for me too. Watch this. Smacks was a big thing for me too. I used to have to tell myself, right? If you don't get it up, you can't put it in. Did y'all catch what I said? If you don't get it up, you can't put it in. Long as it ain't like I can't get it up now. I just thought about that. Don't y'all do that because I'm 64 and I ain't had no smacks in 7 years. I don't know how that happened, but a day at a time, it's like 7 years. I'm like, I want to sound something. But look, I used to have to practice that. If you don't get it up, you can't put it in. Please listen to what I'm saying, family. Because it starts with the thought. And then whenever I found myself acting out, I would come into meetings, right? And I would share. all the guys would pop up front. Now I'm going back to a confession. You know why? Now I'm a little bit younger. I'm in my 40s though, and I dated younger females. They was over 18, but under 21. Then it got to the point I said I'm gonna stop messing with them over 18 to 21. I said I'm gonna start messing with them 21. Wait a minute, 20, 25 down to 21. I'm trying to get to the old saying, right? That's how it was. And check this out. I was married. See what the fifth step does? It's a confession. I was wrong. I was caught up. But when I would come into meetings and I would start talking, the guys would come up front, right? Because if I talk about being caught up with one female, 9 times out of 10, it's 5. Did y'all hear me? I can't do one of nothing. It's 5. I had 2 wives. The first wife, I tried to do all the right things, man. Then I started stepping out. Had a young lady in the house down the street from my main house. See, this is the stuff, gentlemen, I want y'all to understand, and women too. This is the stuff you talk about, you confess about. I was caught up. I got to about 8 on the outside. And I'm running here and I'm running there. It got to the point I didn't know who I was mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because I'm trying to adjust myself to every goddamn female I was dating. And I lost me. God removed them. This how you talk about yourself. You confess your wrongs and how you was able to let it go. God freed me from that. I would call them. Hey, what you doing? Can I come and get you this weekend? Nope. I would call another one. What you doing? Can I come and get you this weekend? Nope. I was by myself. And I had to deal with me. I had to go inside and face me. Do y'all know the courage and the confidence? The courage, the confidence. Now watch, cause I'm just sharing it. I'm sharing certain things, but it's a flip. I ain't caught up today. A lot of the stuff that I used to do, I don't have a desire. And when I say that, I'm talking about a strong desire to keep practicing those behaviors. It's not like the thoughts don't come. Boy, you should put some of that Beijing here. You 64 years old. And I like them younger than me. Ask my ex-wife. She's 15 years younger than me. When I met her, she was 21. I was 35 going on 36. That's a good indication, right? He likes them younger. My daughter told me, was she 25 now? She said, Dad, Because my whole goal when I left their mother was to continue making sure I be the best dad with them because I wasn't in the household no more. So it was to be the best father I could possibly be. You get it? So now I wasn't allowing nobody to come too close to me because I didn't want them to get all of my attention, mainly away from my children and the business. Because I'm building a business, doing this, all of this, right? So now my daughter, 23, she got a boyfriend. All of them got, Steve got a girlfriend. She got a boyfriend. All of them got boyfriends. My daughter told me, she said, Dad, she said, it's okay to go and find your girlfriend, but make sure she older. This is what my daughter told me. Now, mind you, my oldest daughter is 37. So my thing is, don't mess with nobody younger than 40. Because that's what I said. Okay, Sienna, I'll make sure at least Lorna, that 40%. When I said 40, I'm talking about around 40, right? But you know what? Now watch this. This is good, man. Look, I share this. I don't date women my age. I'm 64. Now I got to watch this second part because I'm very, very funny. I got to find you attractive. If I'm not attracted to you, that's anybody. I'm not the only one. To allow you in my life, I got to find you physically attractive. You have to be a turn on for me. In every way, basically, right? I don't want to keep making the same mistakes that I did in my other 2 marriages. I turned around and started cheating. I had to ask myself one day, Steve, why do you always cheat in your marriages? And if you cheating in your marriages, you better question yourself. Because it's not them, it's you. They can be doing all the great and wonderful things that comes with the relationship, you get me? But if I'm not comfortable with this boy inside of me, it's the little boy that tends to run off to play. I hope you didn't miss it. It's that little boy family. Now, mind you, because I had to do work on this. I didn't need no therapist. I didn't need no psychiatrist. I had to go inside of Steve. What the frick is going on with you? If y'all ever hear me say this truth, and I say it, I love cheating. I love cheating. Flip it. I love cheating. I love cheating. You know what I had to do, even though I know it's wrong? I had to go, look, I had to go inside of me and say, I like cheating. I like cheating. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't do it. Please catch that. Please catch it. If I didn't like cheating, even though it was wrong, I wouldn't do it. And I had to flip it and be honest with myself. I love cheating. I'm a cheater. And people like, oh, you shouldn't like that. You shouldn't know. I'm saying it because if I didn't, I had to be honest with myself. Catch what I'm saying? I had to flip it. I had to be honest with me. Because if I don't like doing certain things, I'm not going to do it. You get it? It's wrong. She didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. Guess why? I took my body and laid it with women I really didn't know. I would meet them. They're younger. Sometimes I would tell them I'm married. Sometimes I wouldn't. I wouldn't tell them my age. Right? I just played the game. We would go to movies. We would go to dinner. We would go for walks in the parks and stuff like that because her boyfriend wasn't doing it for her. So now here come the player, Robert. I'm coming in and I'm wooing her because her boyfriend out there with his buddies. So here come the player from the Himalaya layers. And I know he's not treating her right. So my thing is I need somebody I can hang out with on the weekends. Like Saturdays. Right? I would take her to the movies. I would take her to dinner. I would take her for walks in the park and stuff like that. Nice. Same way I was doing with my wife. But I was doing it on the other side. It was other men that told me where to go at the parks and everything, the areas. So I wouldn't run into nobody I knew. They was married too. He's confessing his sins. But everything I'm talking about, family, I had to stop. Do y'all know the strength, the courage, the power of telling myself, no, you can't have that today. No, you can't. I had to practice. Look what I'm doing. Some self-control and discipline with me. I had to address those issues, family, in me. You couldn't do it. You can't fix me. Having the working knowledge of the 12 steps spiritually, I had to learn to put some morals, values, principles, healthy qualities on top of that bullcrap. You deserve better than that. I ain't trying to play house with nobody. I haven't been in a relationship in 7 years. I'm an ordained deacon. I'm a community activist. I started my own LLC. I have a housing program where I mainly work with women and children. You got to trust Steve Copeland now. Because guess what, family? If I want to start practicing those behaviors again, Glow, I can. A day at a time, family. And I am so proud of this big head, this big mouth, bald head black dude from Baltimore City. I know a lot of men ain't got the courage and the confidence to be honest like Steve. I ain't mad at none of the women, they younger, they older now, that I slept with because when I needed to run and enjoy myself on the outside, they made themselves available for me. So what I'm gonna be mad at you for? Women, That's why y'all don't hear me on TikTok say all women this, all men that. It starts with you. Okay? It starts with you. So why am I going to say all women this and all men that when it starts with me? That is the point of the fifth step, family. Confessing, talking about your wrongs. Most of all, looking at the jealousy, the insecurities, the distrust. Where I had hatred in my heart, I had to learn how to love. Anger, resentment, fear, I had to learn how to love. I had to learn how to forgive. Not just what others done to me, most of all, what I did back to others. I had to learn to forgive me. Watch where I'm going. Watch where I'm going. I had to learn to, what's up, Julius? I had to learn how to love me. I had to learn how to embrace me. Some of the people that I heard it in my life when we was coming up, guess what? And that's going to be 8 and 9. I had to go to them and say whatever harm I might have caused you when we was coming up. I apologize. I did that, Aries. I had to do that. The people that I heard it. Wait a minute, I'm still live. The people that I heard it, I had to go back and correct it. Whether they forgave me or not. When I apologize, family, when I apologize, because a lot of times when you do stuff, people might not remember it. So I couldn't go deep into, remember when we were younger, blah, 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 blah. No, because they might not have remembered it. But you just apologizing to free yourself. And one person I went to, I said, look, I apologize for the harm I caused you when we was coming up. She said, boy, we hurt each other. Whew. That pain was lifted. That shame and that guilt. So now, to make it real simple for everything I said, family, I had to confess my wrongs. I had to accept the roles that I played, the damage that I done. That's why Big Steve can talk about stuff freely. It's not about nobody else. I wish I could just pass it on to other people who's dealing with certain things in life and you need to talk about it or you going through it. And I'm going to have to end this, family, because I'm only staying on an hour, right? So when I'm looking at my live saying 2 more minutes, but um, whew, it takes a lot. Okay. It takes a lot. And I have to allow the Spirit to use me. So I had to pray for his courage, his confidence, to empower me, to be able to deliver a precise message. I know everybody not going to get it. That's why I have to repeat a lot of times the same things, because it takes time to sink in. That's why when y'all hear me say things like changing your old ways of thinking, it takes time for it to kick in. Once I admitted my powerlessness and how my life had become unmanageable, I realized where I was a real functional guy. I lost control. My mother taught me very well. The stuff that I used to manage, I began to see how I was spiraling out of control. I lost control. I had to gain control over my life again. I love y'all. Thanks for supporting me. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. God's will. Saturday and Sunday is BMore's Real Team Talk Show. So come and support it. Okay. Love y'all, family. I'm getting ready to go to a meeting. But anyway, I love y'all, and I have to go and get some help for me too. Go and listen to other people. But I'm out, and thank y'all, and thank y'all.